All right, guys. Wanted to give you feedback as soon as possible on this week's video assessment. I've graded some of last week's video assessments, and it's basically I have some immediate feedback that I think everybody could benefit from. I think I have three. I haven't really thought this out. I think I have three tips for you to remember. Number one. Number one, an expectation on, I guess, how much you should be saying and how long your video should be. Let's establish as a general guide that you should be talking about each of your three topics for 1 minute. So that means you're going to speak for 1 minute on your first topic. You're going to speak for another minute on your second topic, and you're going to speak for another minute on your third topic, which means your video should not be less than 3 minutes long. Okay? Now, point number two. Your general structure for this, something that I think, having seen some of these, something that I think might help is that you would, and maybe you're going to read this. I'm okay with that. Maybe you're going to read like a sentence in your in some of your video assessments. It depends on what class you're taking. Okay, yeah, this is good. The 1-sentence summary, go ahead and write that like the best to your ability. Write that really well. And I'm okay with you reading that if you want. But then let that be a kind of a launching off point where now you're going, right? Like think of yourself learning how to swim. You're holding on to the edge. That's like reading the script. What I want you to do is you can do that to get started, but then I want you to let go and take off. I want to hear your voice. And I mean that not just hearing you speak. I mean your voice, like you. I want to hear your way of explaining that topic. I don't want to hear the textbook definition, and I don't really want to hear your prepared words. So I don't want to see you or hear you reading a script. It's okay to write out a script if you want to organize your thoughts, but please don't read that to me, okay? Instead, have that knowledge in your brain, like that's the whole point of this. That it's internalized, that it's your knowledge, and therefore you can speak about it. Okay, so I guess point number two, if I can kind of wrap that up a little bit here, it's have that summary sentence and then elaborate for a minute. Okay, elaborate on that point for a minute. You might need to rehearse it, guys. I give you a whole day to do this assignment, and I'm asking for a 3-minute video. So for you to rehearse it a couple times, you're still going to have time. You have 50 minutes in a class period. So I'm okay with kind of holding you to that expectation. All right. So we got first point, make this a 3-minute video, 1 minute for each of the 3 topics. Second point, don't read a script and make sure you're elaborating. I want to hear your voice. What was my third point? Oh, third point. You should be talking about the content of the course. Some of you spent a lot of time talking about current events, and I love that. You're interested in it, and that's what you wanted to talk about. That's great. So here's a new rule, all right? I'm going to limit you to talking about current events for one of your 3 points. So you're only allowed to talk about current events for a 1 minute of your 3-minute video, okay? The other 2 need to be about the content that we learned that week. Okay. I hope that helps. This is a growing kind of learning process here. I kind of have in my head what I want to see, and I'm seeing glimmers of it from some of you, but we're not there yet, and that's okay. Okay. I needed to see how, where you're coming from. Here's some feedback. I hope you take the feedback to heart. I'm going to start grading a little more strictly as we continue, because I'm going to be expecting you to be taking my feedback and applying it. How about a bonus point? Here's a bonus point for you. Make sure that you're pronouncing key vocabulary, all vocabulary, words, everything you say, you should be pronouncing correctly. I'll just go to Google and type pronounce and type in what it is that maybe I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And
how do you go about pronouncing it in French? In France, we would say coup d'état. Un coup d'état.
Coup d'état. Coup d'état. Okay. So now I know how to pronounce that. It doesn't really pronounce like it looks, but hey, if you know French, that probably makes sense to you. All right, guys. Take that feedback and run with it. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.